Feel, 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 feel. Feel my heat, feel my heat. All right, let's lay it down. Nick, were we rolling on the rehearsal?
Welcome to Boozy Movies, where making cocktails and watching movies is what we do.
I know who you are.
And we have a feeling that some of you probably have some leftover suds from New Year's Eve.
Yes, I do.
So we figured what better than to have 2 cocktails for the movie Boogie Nights. I think it's a great way to start the year. Really excited for it. Some good cocktails, good characters. This was a fun movie to revisit.
Feel my heat.
Boogie Nights follows the heartwarming tale of a young busboy who discovers his true calling as a porn star, because apparently the American dream has many career paths. Along the way, he learns valuable lessons about friendship, self-destruction, and the shocking realization that fame doesn't pay the bills when the 80s show up with bad hair and worse decisions.
So the first of the 2 drinks that we're going to do for Boogie Nights is the Dirk Diggler,
Good name.
based off of the very well endowed main character of this story.
Excuse me?
He does a pretty good job. And if you wait till the end, you get a nice surprise.
Wonderful.
Now our second drink is Roller Girl, based off of the young, beautiful porn starlet portrayed by Heather Graham.
Here we go.
So since we're only doing 2 cocktails, we chose these 2 characters. There's a lot more we could have chose from. That would have been a lot of fun. Maybe that'll be a future episode, perhaps a part 2.
Do we have a script?
But I think we should go ahead and start with a Dirk Diggler.
For the Dirk Diggler, we're going to need butterfly infused elderflower liqueur. Our recipe is in the description. Dry vermouth, Cointreau, Rhubarb Bitters, rich simple syrup, champagne or sparkling wine, a lemon ice cube, honey, popping candy, and cayenne.
To make this drink, we're gonna prepare a Collins glass by dipping in honey syrup and rimming with spicy popping candy. Our quick recipe is in the description below. We're gonna place a frozen lemon ice cube in the Collins glass and then fill with regular ice and place in the freezer. In a mixing glass, we're gonna combine 1 ounce of butterfly infused elderflower liqueur, a ½ ounce of rich simple syrup, a ½ ounce of dry vermouth, a ½ ounce of Cointreau, and 3 dashes of Rhubarb Bitters. We'll add ice and stir for 1 minute to chill. We're then gonna strain into the Collins glass and top with champagne or sparkling wine.
And here we have it, the delicious Dirk Diggler.
Oh man. Definitely, I think going with the Collins glass was the right choice here.
Oh, do you think so, Doctor?
We wanted this drink to really be sort of a transformational drink, which I think is very symbolic of the movie, and also the character of Dirk Diggler. Like I said, he starts off kind of as the dishwasher, and then he escalates pretty quickly to stardom, at least in the industry. Mm-hmm. And that's why we really wanted to start off with champagne, something sparkling, because that's very celebratory.
The red on top is symbolic of the
Corvette.
Yeah, of course, the Corvette, one of his big spends when he first makes it big.
Exactly. So when he's coming up with the name Dirk Diggler, there's this scene where they're sitting in the hot tub and they flash to this like neon light sign, and it's kind of purplish, and then it goes. So that's why we also wanted the pop rocks. But then there's also a scene later in the film that he finds himself basically in a drug house, and there is a guy throwing firecrackers kind of just all around.
It's Cosmo.
Yeah.
And so we thought
the
the pop rocks we thought would just be a fun little addition there.
Other flavors that you're getting are definitely that elderflower liqueur, the Cointreau, all of that just goes really, really well with a nice bottle of bubbly.
We have another character we have to get to.
Perfect time.
Yeah, she rocked it the whole time.
She did. She didn't take the roller skates off once through like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
So that's pretty solid.
Yep, so let's make her a fantastic drink called Roller Girl.
For Roller Girl, we're gonna need tequila, passion fruit liqueur, passion fruit puree, lime juice, rich vanilla simple syrup, vanilla, and a cheap sparkling rosé.
To make Roller Girl, you're gonna prepare a large 16-ounce margarita glass with a rim of half salt and half sugar. Drop in 2 small spheres and place in the freezer. Combine in a shaker 2 ounces of tequila, 3/4 of an ounce passion fruit liqueur, 1.5 ounces passion fruit puree, 3/4 of an ounce lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce vanilla simple syrup, and a bar spoon of vanilla. Add ice, shake to combine, double strain into the prepared margarita glass. And then top with 3 ounces of sparkling rosé.
And here we have Roller Girl.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if I should go for the salt side or the sugar side.
If you're feeling adventurous, you could do them both at the same
Okay,
time.
fine.
I like that.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, it is definitely on the sweeter side with all the passion fruit. Liqueur, the rosé is a little bit dry, but it's not an overly dry wine either.
All right, now you're talking above my head.
But it's a really popular one amongst the ladies, especially in that time, the 70s and 80s. We of course had to do a margarita because of that awesome pool party scene, and they're like mixing up the margaritas.
Super.
But also we had to do something as kind of a nod to Roller Girl and her chosen profession.
Everybody fucks their brains out, and that's fine.
And this is based off of a porn star martini. So that's why you see the passion fruit,
Right.
the vanilla, and of course the rosé in there.
And we have 2 spheres in here, so that could represent roller skates or it could represent something else. Who's to say?
Well, you tell first.
One thing to note is that this is a 16-ounce glass, so it's quite big.
May I see it?
If you have smaller margarita glasses, no shame, but you will want to jack down the numbers a bit so that you can get everything to fit.
It's an important part of the process.
Well, speaking of bigger things, I think we should bring the Dirk Diggler back in here. You gonna rock that one for a bit? Okay, all right.
So we watched this not too long ago. What stood out to you in this movie?
I think one of the big things was, one, it's an ensemble cast. And there are so many good actors in this film, a lot of them at sort of different points in their career. Like you had Mark Wahlberg was getting started, Heather Graham, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Don Cheadle, even John C. Reilly. Whereas Burt Reynolds is more the Twilight,
Yeah,
right?
passing the torch.
Passing the torch, exactly. This propelled a lot of these actors into some bigger roles. And it's just a lot of fun to see the ensemble cast like play together and work together.
But thank you, Eddie.
For the content that it is, you will not see a lot of nudity or vulgarity, really.
Are you kidding me, Kitty?
It's more about what happens off camera.
Yeah, in fact, you see more nudity in Eyes Wide Shut than you do in this movie. So, would you like us to do Eyes Wide Shut?
I had some thoughts on it, yeah.
Speaking of what movies we should do, check out our channel. We have a survey up, I believe, on what Paul Thomas Anderson movie we should do next.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Some might be a little tougher than others, but I think we could have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah, we're up to the challenge.
Lock and load, Jack.
So if you've seen these movies, definitely let us know what stood out to you. Has this movie stood the test of time? I think it has. I think it's a lot of fun to watch, but we'd really like to know what you guys think.
And if you have tried these cocktails, send us a picture on our socials.
Let me show you what you did wrong.
Find us. We would love to see what you're making for the movies.
Exactly. Until next time, we got more movies on the way, more cocktails on the way. Time to cheers.
Cheers.